go ahead and pause that for the moment.
So we'll do a quick recap since Ryan decides to just drop in whenever he wants without any homework or anything. So for Ryan's sake, let's give a nice recap. Michael, as you were saying?
We opened up we had the Harshnag touch the Frost Giant's axe that we acquired from the Rimmerhaz room, the feast room, and touch it to the ice rune, in which case that opened a giant portal of a storm that connected us to another area. So without our storm cleric, we all bravely went through the storm anyway. And there we discovered another giant room with many statues, 6 statues of giants of, hill, stone, of frost, fire, cloud, storm. And in the center, there was a dead giant's body covering a room. Now, that dead giant was a cloud giant. And as we inspected it, Harshnag was possessed by the ghost of that giant. As it turned out, his name was Thirog?
Egeron or something like that?
We come to find out that giant and his father had come there in order to ask the oracle questions about what to do, and his father had plans to rule the giants, and so asked about it to the oracle, and the oracle told him that he was not worthy of ruling the giants and that he would not rule the giants. And that led to some sort of confrontation, in which case the father killed the son, Etherog, because his son was told by the oracle to stop his father from doing that, from trying to rule the giants, because it would turn out badly. And he helped move his body. He didn't care about his body anymore. And so he helped us move the body while in Harshnag's body, by the way, revealing the rune. And he told us all we had to do was stand in the rune and ask a question, and the oracle would reply with truth. And so in order to restore peace among the giants and the little folk, the oracle told us that we had to go to prove our worth by going and acquiring giant relics that were buried by the Uthgard barbarians around the similar area, and gave us a map to do such.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Wasn't it okay? Because you guys, pretty much the first 3 questions, it was like, what do we do? And it was like, go to King Hecaton's court. Right?
And Hecaton is not in his soul is not in the giant realm yet. So they're not saying he's alive. They're not saying he's dead as much as his soul is not there. So I'm assuming he's been like...
Yeah, King Hecaton, king of the storm giants.
Yeah.
And using logic, if storm giants are on top and he's king of the storm giants, he's pretty much king of the giants. The only one who can reign control, he's disappeared. So they said, what do we do? And he said, go to King Hecaton's thing. How do we do that? Get one of King Hecaton's magical conchs in possession. How do we? And then it's in possession of the giant lord. That's what it was. Right? You guys know about the conch, right? Yes.
And we also know that Ikaron's father is casting a shadow over someplace in the Netheril desert. Near the desert.
You're close. Yeah, right in between the Nether Mountains and the Anarok Desert. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere just right on the edge of the desert.
East.
And Ikaron, the giant, the ghost of the giant, said that it would help him rest in peace if we, killed him. He'd be like, yeah, that'd be a good idea. I'd be okay with that. And then he released Harshnag, and we left the temple in order to go get some of the artifacts of the Uthgard barbarians, so we can bring it back to the oracle, so it can give us more specific directions that we're worthy on how to do that.
Yeah, collect giant relics to find out how to get a conch. Yeah.
Yeah, and as soon as we left, a airship being run by 8 dragon cultists come out of the sky and offer their services to us because their master, the Great Cloth, all hail Cloth, deigned it good for him that we succeed in quelling this giant problem, or else it could lead to war with the giants and dragons. And Cloth, all hail Cloth, does not wish for that to happen. And so they've offered their services to take us and just, be our like limo. They're our limo call. So, and it takes a day of watching them operate the airship in order to learn how to operate the airship. They don't have. If you fall overboard, you're dead. I'm sorry, they can't help you. So don't fall overboard. and it is powered by both a trapped fire elemental and a trapped air elemental. The fire elemental is for the furnace to blow the balloon up, and the air elemental is for propulsion. And so yeah.
And
all hell falls. And we're wary, but we're wary of them, but we're at the moment not planning on knocking them overboard and seizing it for ourselves, even after we learn how to fly it, which is I'm doing immediately. That's like, hey, I want to learn how to fly this.
So
here's kind of the thing, though. We want to go feature this Storm Giant guy anyway, right? So they're really just doing what we want anyway, right? It's weird,
they'll do what we want, more or less. I mean, I don't know if they'll do what they want, but they'll take us where we want to go. How about that? I mean, if we're hey, you all go kill that thing, they might be like, fuck off. I don't know. I haven't tried that much.
And like I said, they're all kind of dressed kind of like Batman.
I'm Batman.
Because they got like the leather cloaks that kind of look like wings with kind of the scale motif. And they have the masks, the cowl mask. Yeah.
It's nice to see that they're practicing good social distancing and wearing a mask during this pandemic.
Except they're backwards because they're like the Batman cowl, so it's backwards, right?
Oh, so it covers their eyes. Oh,
yeah.
Man. Oh, my bad.
Batman cowl, yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought it was the other way around.
No.
I saw something earlier today that like RPG people, if you were playing a game and you come across a treasure hoard and there was a piece of cloth you could stick across your face that would give you 10% poison resistance, you'd take it and you'd equip it even if there was no poison anywhere around, and you would wear it until you had something better. And
that is very true.
Oh, really? 10% poison resistance? Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah. Advantage on poison savings throws.
Yeah. Well, what if there's no poison around? I don't care. I'm wearing it anyway.
Yeah. I'm fucking wearing it in the bathtub. Fuck.
I mean, I'm a character. It's like, I'm taking a shower. Cool. Here comes somebody attacking you. Oh, my shield. I have my shield on.
Yeah, it's just stylish. I mean, what rogue would not want to wear something like that?
I'm thinking
in season.
I'm going to have my next character be like a masked Avenger type thing. Like, I'm going to do it.
And
that's where we left off.
And the last time we left off, it was average temperature, very calm, but it was snowing lightly. And that snow pretty much surrounds you. Sometimes one of the mountains looms close enough that you could see its shape. Because your visibility isn't great, right? Like, even if it's like a half mile. And that's the last sight you had of Harshtag was his large shape disappearing into the snow as he stood there on the causeway that connected across the valley. And as he stood there, waved, he disappeared into the snow. And that's, you guys are fucking shut up.
Oh,
I think our
There.
dungeon master's lost it.
Oh, my computer's just talking to me in the background because Charles is doing stuff, so it's telling me what Charles is doing. So
Wait,
I
your
turned off.
computer's drowning?
No, it's just it talks fast, right? So it's all
Yeah.
just because I'm not really listening to it. I'm trying to.
yeah,
And,
What
all
kind
I
of
did-
computer
all
do
I
you
did was
have?
bring up
Like you
the
have to
map of
drown
the
it every
No,
time.
I know, Charles. It's not. I'm not complaining. I just turned my computer, like the talking off.
Yeah.
What you call it? So the snow and everything, and you guys are very high north. However, you guys are quite comfortable on the deck of this ship with this large bronze cylindrical furnace in the center of the deck.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Hey, by the way, does Klaus, all hell Klaus, provide you all good mead and beer?
He says, he does indeed. And he says, let me finish the tour.
Okay.
And so yeah, I think Charles posted a map up there, so you guys could see like the balloon, and it's a boat shaped hull or whatever with big metal skids on it. The propeller turns behind you almost silently. You just hear the chop through the air, and the occasional blast of warm air. Garl,
Yes.
I picture you up in the crow's nest atop the
I was
balloon.
gonna ask you if Garl could climb up and take position in
Give me either a strength athletics or a dexterity acrobatics. If a DC of 10, if you fail, you cannot make any progress. If you fail by more than 5, you fall.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, great. Yeah, that's what I'll use. As far as that, and I'll use my action.
And you can see how like the rigging goes around, because like it's a round balloon, right? So you're climbing kind of upside down for the first part, right? Like you're doing
And
like a overhang.
my first go to try, I got an 8.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like an overhang. You're going around a round balloon, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of awkward at first. You're having some not really getting anywhere, kicking your legs.
Yeah.
Try again if you want.
And how many of these climbing checks you want me to do?
Oh, what is it? I should check out the diameter of it.
It looks like it'd be a fair size.
Well, it would have to be.
It's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 squares on the total, the profile of it that it shows. So it doesn't say what the.
Okay, you mean like 6 squares in diameter? Like if you're looking at
from bottom to top.
height? Yeah.
From bottom to
Okay,
top.
6 squares. And what's each square?
Well, I don't know. The map. Well, it says one square equals 5 foot, but that's, I think they're talking about the bigger one rather than the profile of it, where it shows the whole profile of the ship, and it doesn't.
Well, here, let me. Oh, fucking see.
Oh, you know what?
If I were to
Okay,
just guess, I would.
I can figure it out. Just learn to read today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's the diameter of the balloon is 10 squares, so it's 50 feet.
Okay, so it would be approximately 150 feet around, about 75. Well, yeah, there. I was gonna say my guess would have been 3,
All right.
right?
Okay, that's good. Let's see.
That's pretty much what it is.
And I'll do them kind of separate so we know whether or not it have to
Yeah.
progress or not. The next one is a dirty 20.
Okay, and that one you're on like the outer edge of the balloon, so you're like, even like there's nothing but like open air. Like you can't even see the ship right now because of where you are on the balloon.
And then let's see here. The next is another dirty 20.
There. Yep.
And then we'll say, because I didn't make any headway, but just got there with
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah.
That would be an 18.
You could totally climb up and you can see like the rigging,
Yep.
or not the rigging, the balloon itself looks like some sort of leather or hide.
All right.
From your guess, just simply because of how huge it is and how tough it seems, you'd almost guess it was like dragon hide. And it looks
Okay.
like it's red in color, but not, it doesn't look like naturally it was red. Like it clearly looks like it was like just dyed for cosmetic purposes, right?
All right. When
But-
Carl gets up on the top by the crow's nest before
Yeah.
crawling into it, he's going to stand up there. He's going to take his bow off his shoulder, and
It's very bouncy,
he's
there.
gonna go ahead and
and it's very warm up there because you
Whoa.
have the hot balloon underneath you.
and
So
he-
it's very comfy up there. Kind of
He-
bouncy, a little bit awkward at first, right?
Yep.
But it's kind of like standing in a laundry basket on a bed, right? Like,
Yep.
you know,
and he'll but he's gonna take a pose like you imagine someone that just climbed to the
Yeah.
top of Mount Everest.
Yeah.
The show, I am a champion.
top of the world.
Yep.
And again, this vehicle is silent, right? Quite silent. So you just have like you moving atop of this balloon. You don't see the boat. You don't see the deck below you. Just the light snow as you guys drift north
Okay. And
in the valley.
Darrell will be in the crow's nest just looking about and around because with his bow in hand, because he's waiting for a dragon to attack.
Back down below onto the deck. The person who you'd think is a head guy, Michael,
Yeah.
says to one of the others, "Come, take the controls. I'm gonna show our guests below decks."
I got
And-
this.
Well, no, he's taking you too.
I thought he was asking me to take the controls.
No, he was just calling one of the other guys over just to come over and
Oh.
take the controls. He's taking you guys. I'm giving you like kind of the tour. How he like flips open a hatch on the deck. Right? Like that's all it is, a simple hatch. You go down a ladder. One thing that kind of strikes you guys is subconsciously is that it doesn't smell like the salty, fishy nature of a seagoing vessel. There's none of that whatsoever. You just hear the slight creaking of boards, on the deck and the beams and the rigging. You could see down, because you guys got the map, if you all look at the map, you could see where there's an area where there is another cult member. And even down here, it's like still pretty warm. You can see there's another cult member at another metal wall with a couple levers on it. And they're standing there kind of like an at ease, but they are standing there. Basically looks like they're waiting for a directional orders or something like that. And there are how many quarters are there? 6, 7? 7 quarters?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 quarters I see. They're all number 5 on the map.
Oh, okay.
There's the front bow, which is like a storage area,
Yeah.
which you could use as a quarter or brig or something, probably.
Okay, well, when he takes you to the bow though, or to the forward section below deck, Michael opens it up, and the storage. There is barrels and crates and sacks and stuff like that. A lot of it in netting and connected to loops, metal loops connected into the hull. But there are barrels and kegs and bottles.
Well, is it any good though?
He
Could
motions
just
with
be
his-
full of
he
treacle.
he motions with his hand. Check it out for yourselves.
Well, I'm gonna have to, you know. And I'll go over and I'll tap a keg or something. Start trying it. First, I'll have to give it a blessing, though. May Bacchus, the great Lord, the provider of all ale and booze, make this a good night. And to Archduke Franz Ferdinand, because it was good enough to start a world war over, it's good enough to drink too. Man, gulp it down.
What do you quaff down? What are you trying?
Let's just try this standard beer. Let's tap a keg.
You pop it open. You taste it. It's not just ale. Dwarven ale.
Oh, the dwarves are good stuff. Where'd you get this from?
He says, Lord Cloth. And you hear from up deck. Hail Cloth.
Oh, Bill Clough.
Yeah. He says, acquired it from caravans and merchants that dare pass through his territory.
Where is his territory so I may learn to avoid it?
The Cloth and Vale. It's nearby.
Okay. Will we be safe passing over say, like, if one of these places we want to go to is in the Cloth and Vale, will we be okay?
Only if Master Cloth, Cloth,
Oh, Cloth.
deems it that we should remain safe. But I know he wants your task to be done, so he shrugs. Casks of dwarven ale and bottles of fine wine. That's what it says. And it's good stuff.
Okay.
Everything's good. The provisions and everything, yeah, it's all like, yeah. Yeah, it's like
we got
you're pretty happy about the quality of the
3.
beverages, and the food will.
Oh, okay.
There's enough, you figure, for 10 people for 100 days.
Okay, so we may have, like, enough for a week.
Well, So there's what, 7 of you guys, 8 of them.
Uh-huh.
And not too many parties.
So, crew quarters. There's like 2 hammocks and a foot locker in each of the crew quarters. I don't know where. Anyways, I'm not gonna figure that out. So they have a storeroom with like the good food and stuff like that, Michael. So you know, Nicodemus is like, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like adequate, right? Dwarven ale and fine wine. You couldn't really ask for too much more, right? Like,
No, I'm good. I'm good.
yeah. Like,
Right.
When he takes you back up on deck, at the bow, at the stern. Well, actually, let's put it this way: at the stern, there's a ballista. At the front, on the bow, there's another one, but instead of normal ballista bolts, it's got harpoons and a line that you can attach to the harpoon if you want. The ship puts along quite efficiently. It's kind of hard to gauge your speed or anything with all the snow. At times you barely even have a sense of motion.
How high up are we now?
Several hundred feet
Okay.
from is your best guess,
Okay. No problem.
because sometimes when you do get close enough and you can just look at the mountains, you can tell that you're like, yeah, you're,
We have
because you guys are traveling like this immense valley in the spine of the world.
we have a watcher that was asking.
Yeah, I would say several hundred feet up.
Yep, no problem. Just
A watcher.
yep.
No way.
Yeah, we got 3 of them, brother.
Wow.
Wow. Welcome, watchers. Okay.
I'm famous.
Anything all y'all would like to do, or any of y'all? Ryan, Kath.
Nah. So Sylvia's just hanging out, looking at the view, because I imagine there's a really good view from up here.
Pretty good.
I'll,
Other than
I'll just be strumming my instrument, trying to keep a calm situation. Nothing like music to say, we're okay with this, while secretly giving them the side eye and watching them carefully.
They are doing their job. There is I think there's like 6 on deck, and there's 2 sleeping currently.
I'd like to engage one of the ones, like, I want to watch them learn how to fly this thing. And the one who's, like, manning the controls at the moment, I want to be sitting over there, like, watching him, and I want to engage him in conversation and be like, hey, yo, at what point in your life where you're like, yo, dragon, yeah, that's what I'm going to worship? I mean, what was it that made you go, like, you know, that's the thing, you know?
Oh, did we
He-
long rest, by the way? Because I was on 4 HP from last time.
You're fine. We have a long rest.
Yeah. You weren't here last time, so.
You were lost to the storms.
She kind of, you could tell, gets like a little bit of a distant look, as you can tell their mind kind of goes back. And she says with a bit of an accent, not a strong one at all, just, slight. But she has olive skin. And she's a human, of course, as they all are. And she says, "My village. We did not live near a city. If we needed something, we grew it, or we made it. We got it from the forest, or pulled it out of the streams and lakes. But we didn't go to the city and trade for it. We relied on ourselves to make it. And one year in spring, things were different. The crops grew twisted. Some people were disappearing. Many strange things were happening. As it turns out, a dragon had moved into the area, and its very nature began to corrupt the surroundings. And she shakes her head. She says, the power of it touched me as a child. I thought, what kind of being in touch with the elemental nature of things that just by its mere presence, it can bend and twist the things around it. I thought this kind of creature is in touch with the beginnings of time itself. I don't know. She says, dragons are power with which should be respected. And when I met Klaus,
Oh,
Oh.
hail, Clough.
and he did not kill me, he let me live. He knew that I was touched by this power, and that, well, it brings me great honor to serve a power so mighty as one like him. Hail, Cloud.
Oh hell, well, have you ever had some really good dwarven ale, like a pitcher, and then maybe another pitcher, and then maybe a third pitcher? Because then you'll feel a sense of power welling up in you. And that is the power of Bacchus. It's a good power.
Well, she says, I only might have a drink with my meal, but she says, I have never overindulged. She says,
No such thing as overindulge.
especially for a drunken fawn.
Here, have a drink with me now. I'll pour her a glass from my jug.
Oh, okay. Well,
I want to get this person drunk now. I want,
It
is
won't
my
hurt
goal.
you. All he wants you to do is drink with him.
Yeah, it is my goal to get this person drunk so they feel the power of Bacchus, and maybe they'll be like, "All hell, Bacchus."
Well, we'll have to see how strong their faith is.
approximately.
While Garl is up in the crow's nest there.
Yeah.
He's going to take out his dagger since he doesn't see much going on at the moment, and he's going to carve in the side of the wooden crow's nest basket there.
Yeah.
King Garl of the goblins was here.
Okay. You may. Because it is made out of, like, it is more nautical than hot air balloon, right?
Yeah.
Like, so. It's not made out of whisker. It is actually made out of boards. Yeah, but, like I said,
I'm starting to think God believes he's alive right now.
Sorry,
well,
what?
nice.
Exactly.
I'm starting to think that God believes he's alive, like all the
Yeah,
lies
we
he's
said what
telling at the
lies?
moment.
It's not lies.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not lies to him. It's all real.
Yes. I am a king. Or soon to be.
Yeah, you gotta get married first.
And he's got to decide to who. He's got a lot of potential brides lined up.
To
Me
all
not
of them.
included. Not included.
Not
Yeah.
included.
You gotta have a bride. You gotta have a bride in every town. If on our drinking party earlier in game sessions, Garl would let that slip on out.
Well, you have to keep on the move to avoid all the mothers-in-law.
Yeah, and we are. He's loving this. He has.
Let's just hope all those mothers-in-law don't meet each other and join to create this big gang to take you down.
Well, that may be the heroic death of Garl.
Actually, yes, I would. I'll come to your funeral.
Bludgeoned
I'll
to
create a
death by
song
rolling
especially.
pins.
Yes, way too cool.
Yes, well, we've got
So-
that planned out. What's next?
So you guys have the map that Harshnag had given you to point you to the Uthgar burial mounds, where these sacred relics are. You guys are traveling to the Great Worm Cavern. And Garl, you're up in the crow's nest looking at your own copy of this map, which I'm sure
Yeah.
you made a copy of, because it wasn't even like you're pretty much able to like do it by memory. You saw the map and then just did it quick, and you know that like
Yeah, I'll use my forgery kit.
yeah. So you're up in the crow's nest. You got your own map, and you're pretty sure that you're approximately 4 hours later, like after you guys departed, only.
All right, let's see here. I'll pop that map up.
Okay, sir. So it's honestly only like Not even 2 in the afternoon. And you're pretty sure you got the map, you're in the crow's nest, you're looking, you're like, yeah, I think that's our destination coming up. You're pretty sure that's... It's a high plateau.
I want to scan the sky. Hey, if you all are dragon cultists and Clouth is like big, would Clouth happen to know like if there were any dragons around here, like white worms or something? And if there are, could you all like parlay with them for us? Now, say that there were some dragons here and things got bad and we had to wound up, I don't know, beheading one accidentally. Would Clouth, all hell Clouth, be okay with the death of a worm? In the pursuit of this goal of the restoring peace to the giants.
Some of Klaus' alliances are known to us, but not all. For he is ancient and enigmatic, but he has no special fucking place in his heart for other dragons. If the death of another dragon happens, unless there's a special alliance, no, it should. Like, you guys kill a dragon, it won't fucking really matter.
Okay.
Not really. No. He's a fucking ancient red dragon. Who does he care about?
His horde.
He's got shit that matters to him. So
Yeah.
maybe if you guys like, oh no, I had a special fucking deal with that dragon, I need you could be fucked. But in general, no.
Okay.
No. But no. I know.
And we're headed on over to the Great Worm Cavern, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And you guys hear Garl, land ho, and from up top, and you guys look and you guys can see like the shape plateau, blah, 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 blah. Let's cut to, you guys could see that you guys are above, I'll say 100 feet in the air above, where you guys down below could see that they're spine of the world mountains. Ice and snow and glacier covered mountains. The stone is harder than the ice, barely. But the ice flows over it in slow motion. And that's what it appears. It appears at like how like the glacier and the ice and the snow has poured over the top of the mountain and has flowed down it like a liquid and into this valley and out and farther down into the valley. But there's this plateau area. You guys can see how it looks like that there is a cave entrance. Barely a cave entrance, because you can see how the ice has flowed down the mountain and there's barely a crevice there. And when, I mean, it's probably like 20 feet high, the entrance, but I say barely a crevice in contrast to the mountains itself. It simply looks like we're poured, flowed, and eroded, and you could see where clearly there's like, I mean, although there's snow, you can tell that it's clearly like a used trail, just by the markers or where snow has been removed and stuff like that. But and by like animal bones and sticks and things set up that look like totem or sacred bundles and such set up outside, where you can see that This is clearly an entrance to some sort of cavern, but the ice makes like giant icicles and stalactites of ice to go into this cavern. You guys are 100 feet up, and he's like, "We can lower the rope ladders, or we can land."
Hmm. Tough choice.
If Garl hears it up there, and he'll say, "Land this puppy."
Well, we've already got one vote.
I think we should leave it in the air because if we need to make an escape attempt and they can pull us out quicker if they're already airborne.
Yeah, but you guys can fall. The king will never fall.
Yeah, that's true.
I was looking at something. So do you guys want to land or get lowered down?
Yeah, let's land. Yeah.
Okay. They will do that. So, I mean, it takes a couple minutes, but they do it. And they come in and and finally, like, everything is like so calm and still until finally you guys come drifting in, and then the rudders land on the snow, and you feel like a slight jolt, and then the shaking and the vibration as you guys skid along, and that's when it becomes loud. Eh? Do you know what I mean? Everything's so silent, but there's just the rumble and the, and it comes and you guys come to a halt. A little bit of a lurch. Everyone just grabs onto something nearby to hold on to.
Garl,
And
down.
You call that a good
What
win?
kind of captain are you?
we've had worse landings than that.
Okay.
And they'll still like
Fair enough.
throw the rope ladders over the hull so you guys can climb down like whatever it is, like the 15, 20 feet or whatever. However far down.
Garl will start climbing down from the crow's nest,
Okay.
so he can disembark and protect his priest. Do we got Gobbo with us?
Oh yeah.
Gobble
Yep.
and Matt.
Gobble. Even Warville's coming too.
Okay, because
No Harshnag though.
No, yeah, exactly.
once Garl gets down on deck and sees Gobbo, he'll tell Gobbo, "You protect my priest."
It gives you like a salute, casual salute. No, more like a tip of the hat, or just a very casual salute.
Just curious, but can Gobbo kind of turn into a drunk by now since he's
I think you can make him into an acolyte.
I would say you can, because in my mind, I also think that Warville and Gobble are becoming like kind of closer too. they probably play a lot of dice and drink. And,
Yeah. And he's a dwarf, so he's got like, advantage on poison saving throws. But
oh yeah, for
Gobble's
sure.
a goblin, so he's like A, body weight less, B, low con. What the fuck is a goblin's con?
I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah, let's assume it's less than a dwarf, though, right?
Probably.
So as he tries to keep up. He just like, pukes and pass outs every night. They have a con of 10.
Yeah.
Standard -1 strength, +2 dex, 10 con, 10 intelligence. Really? 10 intelligence. 8 wisdom, 8 charisma.
Goblins don't suck, right? Like they really
No.
don't.
No, goblins are fucking badass.
Yeah,
And like that nimble escape.
Yeah.
just to let you guys know, that goblin is more intelligent than I am.
Oh, that's not a good thing.
Oh my
I'll
god.
buy that
my-
one for a copper piece.
My intelligence is 8, so
I thought they also hide as a bonus action. I'm just reading here where it says they can only disengage as a bonus action.
disengage or dash, I think.
Disengage your hide.
Yeah, disengage your hide. It wasn't dash, but it's not saying that on this thing I got right there. Oh, no, or hide. You're right. It does. Okay. Okay, never mind. I'm good.
That's funny that the goblin has a better edumacation than you do. You're like fucking
Hey,
Jethro Clampett there. Not
Hey,
Jethro Clampett,
Hey,
Odin.
in my defense, there aren't a lot of good schools in hell, so
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why you need to be a street urchin. You learn a lot more.
I treat my subjects well, so they're well educated. Garl will say.
They know how to spell Garl's name now.
Yes, at least write it semi-straight instead of that wiggle egg.
Yes, all hail Garl.
Oh, hell, girl.
All hail.
Do I hear someone in the back with dissent saying, "The hell with Garl"?
Boo earns. Boo earns. Yeah, so I don't know. You guys want to enter or not? Like, I don't. And how do you guys want to do it? Like, you guys can climb down the ropes. Your feet are, after almost 4.5 hours, your feet are once again on terra firma.
Oh, I thought we landed.
Land. Well, we still have to kind of climb down from the deck. It's not like,
Yeah.
not like a barge. The ship is kind of.
Yeah, not a big deal. You guys do got, you guys do climb down the ropes.
Yeah.
By the time, like I said, you got 2 rope ladders and you got 7 people. Well, 6. The air crocra is
Yeah.
not coming. So you guys climb down. You guys are like,
Temporarily blown off course while he was out scouting around.
Lost,
yeah, something.
lost in the fog.
Yeah.
But yeah, Garl will be climbing on down, hitting the ground, looking about. He'll move stealthily up about 10 or 15 feet, and then with his short bow, he'll be taking up a defensive position, guarding his companions as they climb on down.
Okay. And like I said, like this pretty much like hard to tell with all the freshly fallen snow exactly, but you could still see that like I mean this is like
Hey, Carl, what do you think the odds are you could sneak in and see what's in there and come
like
back?
you can see like piss stains in the snow, right? Like people are in and out of here, right? Like this is like it's like a main
Garl will say, I can try it.
All right,
I'm pretty good.
here you go. Let me rub some of this on you to give everybody else beer goggles so they can't see you that well. And I'll use my, I don't know, it's one of those special trickery domain things where I can touch somebody and they have advantage until I touch somebody else on stealth check.
Oh yeah.
And let you go in and check it out.
Garl,
I could also give you a cantrip guidance for a D4.
well, no, hold off to that for Garl will say, I can only just take so many blessings from your deity there.
It's only going to help so much before I start to smell like a brewery and they'll see.
Yeah. But Garl will cast a spell of make sure which one it is before going on in, since this is possibly a dragon's den.
That's what I'm thinking.
He's gonna cast non-detection on himself.
You know, I should have like divination that. Oh well.
So before
It
going,
cost 5 gold. I don't have that.
Someone
much
has an amulet of non-detection too.
I believe that's him.
no, Garl,
Garl's been casting it.
yeah,
We
Garl,
should make sure we have an event. We should make sure we have an invention idea ready to pitch.
because it's,
Oh, and by the way, in the recap, Arl got a suit of +2 breastplate that magically fits to his.
But he probably didn't because he can't fly with it.
It's medium. He said he could fly with medium armor, and it just.
Yeah, well, he was wrong.
Oh, he can't fly with medium armor?
No.
I'll take it.
You just have to tell him when he comes back.
Yeah, because I went and checked and it's like medium or heavy armor, they can't fly.
okay.
Oh,
But
I'll take
Yeah,
it. That gives me an AC of 20, dog.
Garl casts that non-detection by his Snurnivelin magic.
Okay, but somebody has that amulet of non-detection.
Yeah, I know we picked one on up. I don't know who has it.
It wasn't me. I
Unless
got fucking shit already, truthfully.
it was oral. I don't know.
I just have a trap detection compass, so no amulet.
But
I'll take it.
Hey, it's mine.
I just messing with you.
maybe Diana.
Well, you can have the amulet, but I'm keeping my compass.
Maybe Diana had it. I can't remember.
Well, if Diana had it, then someone else take it. Because I'm not letting someone come in for 2 sessions and walk away with.
Yeah, that's fair. But I'm just saying and trying to think through it. I don't know exactly, but can go back and look at the videos and validate if it's an active player character.
Okay, so you give him a blessing there, Nicodemus, so that he has advantage on
Advantage. Stealth
on
check
stealth.
until I use it on somebody else. Maybe it's an hour. It's either. I know it ends if I use it on somebody else, but it may have an hour limit anyway. Give me a minute to find that out, but it lasts for a significant amount of time. But I can only use it on one person at a time. It's unlimited amount. I could do it either too, but still.
let's see here. Roll that beam footage there, Bubby. And that will be with the advantage. Let's see here. 17 on the die.
1 hour. Or until I use it on somebody else.
17 plus 9, so 26. A 26 for stealth.
Okay. And you're gonna creep
I had
in?
a D4.
Oh, I didn't have a D4.
You could have had one if you
Oh.
let me give you another blessing.
Yeah. But like I said, I can only take so many blessings from Bacchus, and then it's gonna make me smell like I just rolled out of the inn.
I could also do a pass without trace.
You guys notice the cold and kind of think about how nice it will be to have that furnace to stay warm.
Oh, yeah.
That's a luxury that you are already appreciating, just
Yes.
disembarking. Charles, you creep forward.
Yeah, I'll creep.
In the messenger, I put another map there for you to see what you see. You see an immense, I've been using that word a lot, a colossal, gargantuan cavern
Uh-oh.
covered in ice as you make it past like these big columns of ice and giant icicles. And you can see in the center is a triangular shaped hill with an altar above it. You can see that the walls are riddled with caves. Up higher, there are ledges above these caves, and above these caves even, you can see inside the ice of the walls are hard to make it out distinct, but you see what appears to be figures frozen into the ice walls.
Okay.
You smell the telltale smell of camp smoke and cooking meat. And you even see, like, it's a huge cavern, but you could see, like, amongst a couple of the campfires, you could see a couple old men sitting smoking pipes as an old woman stirs a skin bag over on a frame over a fire that she's stirring. It must be a stew or a soup. And
So they didn't see the airship land?
pardon me?
They didn't see the airship land?
Inside the cavern.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, something akin to this.
Charles,
Yes.
when you walk in here, one thing you notice too is that the floor is very slippery. Please make me a dexterity acrobatics check.
All right. Well, we'll do. Let's see here. I want to do this. And I'm right. Coming on in there. Dexterity acro. Take that one away because no damage there. All right. That is a 22.
Okay. It is slippery ice. It is difficult terrain inside
Alright.
this cavern.
So I'm just kind of inching along and I'm seeing this scene that you described.
Yeah.
Now, are they humans or are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
This kind of triangular cone-shaped hill has a giant, frost-covered altar and figure of Great Worm Cavern. Not a dragon, but it looks like that of like a serpent with wings.
Ooh.
On top of this, like the hill's like 120 feet high. Like it's massive. It's like, if you could tell by the map,
Yeah, on the map, the squares are 50 feet apiece.
Yeah. And here and there, you notice that, like, this is probably, like, literally where the white worm tribe resides. But here, by a quick look around, roll me a perception.
Okay, I'm glad to do that. Just because my favorite DM asked me. That's a 19 plus 8, so 27.
27. It looks like there isn't very many warriors. You can see up on the ledges, there appears to be like a few warriors that are kind of overlooking, right? But they haven't spotted you.
Okay.
But most of it looks like to be elderly, infirm, or children. And you can see there's caves here and there, and you can tell that, like, oh yeah, like, you know, each family's kind of set up in a cave, and they got like fires here and there. You can smell the food, and you can smell the smoke. You know, there's
Wow.
puffs of steam. You can tell there's probably glacier, like a geothermic activity somewhere nearby that kind of keeps it warm. That's why everything's covered in the ice too, right? The steam covers it. You know, the steam hits the surface, condenses, and freezes.
Gar will go ahead and inch his way back out, back to his compadres.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to make a stealth check on that?
Sure.
Because I'll tell you, I'll make it. Yeah, I would do it because as a DM, because you're going.
No, I would. Yeah, walking out. Yeah.
And it's slippery. Anything could happen. So that would be a dirty 20.
Yeah. No, they can't spot you as you exit.
And as I get on out and get back to my compadres, I'm going to say, the tribe is there. They got some warriors, and I'll tell you, you got to watch your step. It's slippery trying to get in there and such. And they got this huge winged worm up on a hill. I don't know if it's protection or if it's waiting for lunch.
Is it alive?
I didn't.
No, it didn't look like it.
I didn't go up and take its pulse.
Okay.
But they're cooking something, and it smelt edible. There's some old men and kids.
You know, this could be the tribe left over from the warriors and hunters that we killed back up at the temple.
Maybe. But I think we're going to have to try to be stealthy about it. There's a couple caves that I saw down and there's a strange plateau in there that's, is it high? It looks like it's 100 feet high that has this worm standing on it and such. I don't know if we need to get up there, but maybe we can get close to one of these little cave entrances on the floor side after we make it up on their main floor.
Yeah, a coiled serpent with great wings.
Do we still have the head of that chief we killed?
Yes,
No.
because I'm not gonna, again, have someone come in for 2 sessions and walk away with things.
Fair enough.
That just pisses me off. Come and go as you please, but don't walk away with things.
This is the same tribe, right?
I think so.
Yes.
They look
Yes.
they
Good.
look the same.
White worm.
Give me the axe.
Oh, the head?
No, I
Okay.
want.
You could go back and get it from Arl,
Okay.
or Arl will see that too, right? Yes.
I just wanted. Okay,
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
I can. No. See, I can.
The medallion?
Myself to make myself appear not like an individual. I don't think like an individual. Can I make myself look like an individual?
I don't
self.
know. I don't know. I've never
Yeah.
read it right now, Michael, because like take a minute because people always go, "Oh, I've used disguise self to look like this person." Well, I don't think you can.
I don't think I can either. I think it's just I can look like a barbarian.
But
that's
check
about
it. Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Make yourself, including your clothing, armor, and another, look different until the spell. You can cause your action. If you seen a foot shorter, taller, and appear thin, fat, you can't change your body shape, so you must adopt to a form that has. Otherwise, the extent of the illusion is up to you. The changes brought by this spell fail to hold up to physical direction. For example, if you use this spell to add a hat to your outfit, objects pass through the hat. And so, yeah, okay, I'd look like a barbarian, but that's fine. Anyone who touches it would feel nothing. I'm man-sized-ish, so I could be man-sized. If you use the spell to appear thinner, okay, yeah, bump into you. Disguise. A creature can use its action to inspect your appearance and must succeed on an intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC. It doesn't
Okay.
say.
Okay, there you go. That's why, because there's like they had to make the intelligence investigation against your spell save DC.
Yeah.
That's it. That's okay.
All right.
So I would allow it with that, right?
What we're going to do is I'm going to look like the barbarian. Give me the axe. There we go. Equipment type thing. I want it to at least have this part of it be real, right?
Yep.
Give me his axe. And
I allow it.
I'm going to pretend to be the barbarian chief, and I'm going to be like, I have bad news. We were waylaid by hundreds of things, and we lost our worms and many of my brothers, but I had managed to keep these Wookiee prisoners. And we're going to take them to the ancient burial site to sacrifice them by myself alone. You all stay here.
Samad, I think that's not going to work.
Oh, okay. What story would you prefer better?
The story works, but I think it's a bit embellished too far. You deliberately saying "I'll go by myself" might raise a
With
few
them.
eyebrows.
Okay. Should I call like somebody to come with me, or just?
Yes, but then there's a problem with if too many come. And do we know where the burial site is? That's another place where we could slip up.
I'll take one of them with me. You will help me. You and you guard. Stay guard.
Garl will say there were some old men there. Maybe have one of them.
Yeah, I'll take one of them with me, or a couple of them with me. They're just old men. We don't have to
Would
kill.
a barbarian actually do that? Because if we do something he would never actually do, it would immediately stick out.
Well, in which case, then I turn into a giant gorilla and beat
All right.
everybody.
We've got that as backup.
Carl said
And if it goes bad,
they may
goes
like
bad.
having the elders there for such a sacrifice.
Hang on a minute. It's a nice cavern. If I scream in there, the ceiling might come down.
And so also, we can tell them that I saw a flying ship coming by, and to make sure to stay guard.
Okay.
Because there is a flying ship over there. So if anybody goes outside to check, they'll find the flying ship and assume we're right.
Yeah, they didn't see the flying ship land because there's no
Yeah,
one
but
on
if
guard
some officer
outside.
checked
I
it.
know. I'm just reiterating though that there's
Uh-huh.
no one on guard outside. That there are. It does look like there are people watching the entrance from the inside, but most of the people look to be like old and young and infirmed. So
And what are they going to do if things do go bad? Fucking
right,
nothing, right?
right.
Fuck 'em.
That's all I'm saying, right? Like there's nothing stopping you from strolling right in, and when you stroll right in, you will be noticed, but it's not like there's fucking
Yeah.
You know, it's a huge cavern, right? It's like walking into a football stadium
Yeah.
with like 100 people in it.
Yeah. That's not.
Carl was saying, I'll
And they're all
put-
and the majority of them are non-combatants, right? So it's not like there's like 20 guys with weapons pointed standing right on the inside of the door or anything, right? Like
And if anybody talks shit, I'll charm them.
Carl will say, you go on in like that. What I'll do is I'll hang back 20 feet and stealth in behind you and cover your back in case they get a little antsy.
All right, that'll work. That'll work. All right, so let's do this. All right, but first off, let me roll the bones real quick. Oh, read the beer froth. All right, I just want to augury. If we try to deceit our way through this, will we have will or woe?
wheel.
All right, sounds good.
Nice.
All right.
Wait, that's the bad one, right? No. Okay, yeah. No, wheel. Yeah. It sounds like a solid idea.
All I want to say is that D&D is great for helping people with their vocabulary. Obviously. Like, I went at work one day and I asked people, if I were to tell you I was going to quaff a libation, what would I be doing? Nobody knows.
Playing with your
Everybody
wiener?
plays-
Drinking a beer.
But if everybody who plays D&D knew exactly what I was going to do, I was like, say I were to peruse a Librum, what would I be doing? They're like, I don't know, you're speaking English? Yes, I'm speaking English.
A buddy of mine, he talks about like what was it, like grade 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
The teacher's like, and some people aren't left-handed or right-handed, but they can use both. And Travis is like, ambidexterity? And she's like, how did you know that? He got embarrassed. He didn't want to say Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Back in second edition, I took that proficiency.
Yeah, well, totally, right?
Yeah.
You take ambidexterity and 2-weapon fighting, and then that
Yeah.
reduces your 2-weapon fighting from a -6 to it's -6 and -8. But if you take ambidexterity, it's -6, -6. You use a medium-sized weapon or whatever it was, and it goes down to -4, -4. And then 2-weapon fighting was -4, -4. That's what it was. Ambidexterity -6, -6. 2-weapon fighting -4, -4. Medium-sized weapon -2, -2. Weapon focus -1, -1.
Yeah. Double your attacks for a -1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Few
Oh,
proficiency.
hold on a second. I'm getting a phone call, guys. Hold on. Sorry.
Okay.
So you're taking the rest of the party in as prisoners?
Yeah, it's Wookiee prisoners.
All right.
Rookie or Wookie?
Wookiee, the Wookiee prisoner gag.
Yeah.
Ah.
Star Wars thing.
No, I understood the Wookiee bit, but I wasn't quite sure. Very similar words.
Oh yeah, in A New Hope, to sneak into the detention area or go through the Death Star.
Oh yeah, I know that. I've seen the movies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Conversation was getting boring anyway. Bang.
Exactly. We're going to have some guests in a moment. So the Wookiee prisoner thing has become a trope in common D&D terms. So I'm going to pretend to be, the guard. Hello, my tribe. I have bad news. We were me and my warriors looking for my daughter were waylaid by hundreds of these pathetic city dwellers. And while we managed to kill almost all of them, we did lose the worms and my brothers.
You had Dwayne over, and you probably spoke lots of talk yesterday.
Did anyone else hear that?
Whatever, take
Yeah.
precautions, but
It's,
Oh man, it's almost like being a pathetic spy, just listening in.
like it doesn't.
solved.
I wonder if this is what the FBI hear. Just in the distance, slightly tinny.
Well, probably, but the Chinese probably hear it up close and personal.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they
most likely.
do a lot better. Hey, does anybody here have TikTok?
Nope.
No,
Okay. I
Why do you?
I believe
No.
my youngest daughter does.
Okay. I was about to say, well, Charles, if you said yes, I would have had a heart attack. Like, no way.
No. I barely do I got an Instagram? I think I may have an Instagram account, and I go on it maybe once a year.
I check it pretty much every morning and just go through in the morning, and that's it. I used to post what I found classical art memes. I thought they were hilarious.
Yeah.
Where they, like the artwork from a long time and just like made memes out of it and such. I loved them. I thought they were hilarious.
I just have
There is a painting that's got like several hundred weird faces on it. There's like a meme for every face.
Uh-huh.
I just have a hard time working around inside of Instagram to do what I try to do. So I get frustrated, leave it alone, and come back to it and say, well, let me try it. And I like that. Alrighty.
But I absolutely love that I found out that I can just Google any spell or anything like that, and there it is. I don't even have to keep my book open with me or search for anything. It's just, here, reading now, looking it up. It's so nice.
Since I already interrupted, I'm going to do a quick 2-minute tangent about nothing that no one cares about, but I have no one else to brag to.
Okay.
Since this quarantine started, I'm like, fuck, I set my big guitar amplifier up in my room.
Yep.
It hasn't been set up in my room for years because it's like, it's giant. 100 watt Marshall stack, right? But I have a couple other old heads, and I've been playing I plugged in the other day. I haven't played it in years. Just because it's so big, it's overkill, right? 100 watts. And it's loud even for 100 watts. But it's a Garnet, which is Canadian built. All the Canadian bands in the 70s, like
What?
BTO, the Guess Who.
Oh,
Pardon me?
I didn't know they were Canadian.
Who?
The Guess Who.
Oh, yeah. But that guitar tone of Randy Bachman's, like he has a very distinct guitar tone, and it very much was like that era. That was like the tone everybody was going for. Everybody was trying to get Randy Bachman's tone. But that's Garnet amplifiers built in Winnipeg. And Gargillies was just like kind of like a, I don't know, like Fender amps were built by Leo Fender. Then Jim Marshall took the Fender idea, built them in the UK. And then what Gargillies did is he took the Marshall blueprint and built them in Canada. So this amp I'm using is pretty much the same as like Marshall 59 SLP, which is like pretty much like the flagship amp ever they did, like the old Plexi, like what Hendrix used. Hendrix used either a 59 SLP or super bass. But Canadian built guitar amp, best fucking amp I've ever played through. It just, there's something so magical about it. And it's like I'll never own an SLP. Like if I want to own like a vintage Marshall SLP, that's like $25,000 now, right? And this is amazing. Anyways, Garnet, guess who? BTO, taking care of business. That's where we are. So you disguise yourself like Wormblood, I think his name was.
I
Nicodemus?
didn't get his name. I just.
Huh?
I'm your chief.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. I'm not even going to tell you.
Hello.
I don't know.
Quick, do a voice. And are you going into the cavern alone, or is everyone go with
No,
you? Or
I'm going with them. I'm bringing them. They're my Wookiee prisoners.
And
I'm
Your
gonna
Wookiee-
like, take some rope and kind of like fake tie them.
and Garl is holding on back about 20 feet with a short bow stealthing.
Yeah.
Cover.
Okay.
I'd cover.
Okay.
Tied. You know, you're only fake tied.
Okay. Yeah.
And I want to drag the rest in, but Garl behind me and be like, "Behold, your chief has returned, bearing bad news."
Okay.
And I want that.
Number one, as we do this, everybody going in, everybody
Dex
roll
check.
me a Dex acrobatics check of 10. Because the cavern floor is very slippery the first time you enter it.
Of course, I don't have that acrobatics.
Garl got an 18.
16 total. I'm good.
Swear I got something on acrobatics here. Hang on.
Michael, could you roll for Gobble and for Warvel?
Gobbo got a. Oh, Gobbo bites the dust.
Oh, I've got acrobatics as a feat.
What's Warvel's Dex? He's a.
Well, yeah, he's just a bandit, dwarf bandit. Just roll.
Oh.
I kind of know what it is.
He did. He got a 7, unless he's got a +3, which I doubt. I'm looking at.
I
bandit.
don't think he has a +3.
Me neither. Bandit
So-
Captain Dwarf.
Wow, natural 20. I'm on my feet.
Yeah.
So the two NPCs, what does Farah get?
11.
Huh?
11.
11. You just about fall, but you catch yourself. The two NPCs.
Oh, he does have a +3.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. Bandit Captain, if that's his template with
Yeah,
the dwarf,
yeah.
you know,
It is. It is.
he's +3, so only Gobbo.
Okay, so only Gobble wipes out.
Holy shit. I'll look back at him and be like, get him on his feet and like sling the, like bash the ice with the axe. Get him on his feet.
Okay, I'm rolling for the guards. Michael, what is your
15.
four guys come rushing over
That's okay.
with spears, and one guy just comes and helps pick up Gobbo.
It's okay. I got these.
And they say something to you in a language that you don't understand.
Motherfucker, I should have taken tongues too. Out of respect for these prisoners who fought nobly, may I ask that you speak the common tongue around them? I thought that was quick thinking.
Yeah.
For the
I don't know
most
whether it works
part,
or not.
for the most part,
Uh-huh.
the one guy he's just like, okay, and he speaks in like a weird common, like accented common, and only one girl kind of wrinkles her nose at that, thinks that's unusual.
I see her disguise self, first level illusion, action. Is it concentration? It's not concentration. I could have done tongues. God damn it. Oh well. Oh well. Live and learn. I have bad news for the tribe. We were ambushed by hundreds of these people, and they slew my many of my followers and my dragons. The others of our followers are still lagging behind, carrying massive hordes of gold and meat. They will be here in a few more hours. In the interim, I am going to take these prisoners here down to the burial site where we kept the ancient artifact relics. You, elders, and I point to 2 or 3 of them, join me to go to the burial site. You others keep out watch over there for your returning comrades laden with booty and treasure. But beware, for I saw one of those technological ghost magic driven horrible airships out and around. So be wary. Now, continue. Come with me. Da, 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 da. And I point to like 2 or 3 of the old guys.
Mm-hmm.
And
They
I
will.
start, lead us all in this honor guard where we go to sacrifice them at the burial site.
Okay. They will.
You lead this way, our elders.
In fact, a couple old ladies actually like hit some of you guys with like either like just sticks or stuff like that and say curse words and spit at you guys as you walk by. No damage or nothing, but
I'll allow it.
yeah.
I'll even sit on one of them. Who's behind me? Let me see here. How many of them are there? There's 2 NPCs and Far Eye.
There's four guys and 2 MP6. Well, no Arl. We'll say no Arl.
So I got Far Eye, Silence, and 2 NPCs. That's a D4. I want
Yeah.
to see who I spit on. Mad Eye.
Yeah.
Turn around and spit on Mad Eye.
Yeah. Yeah. It hardly phases him. It's not the first time he's ever been spat on. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Roll me a charisma deception, charisma performance.
how about persuasion?
I'll give you advantage because I'm sure like Silence is like really acting the part and others are trying, maybe not as good. I'll still give you advantage because it is like a group thing in a way.
All right.
But
I'll
you're
use
the one in control.
I'll use the deception then.
Okay.
Dog.
What'd you roll?
Nat 20.
What are your
would
bonuses
equate
on top?
Which would equate to deception being 21.
Okay, so it's quite a believable portrayal. The slope, slippery to the top of this triangular shaped thing. They lead you up. Eventually, you guys get to this. It's 120 feet up. Like it's quite big. There's a small procession behind, but it's a lot of old people, a lot of kids. Kids are running around all over. Old people are still yet to make it up to the top. When you approach this stone edifice, or the edifice thing, and there's like the stone monument here. Michael, in your voice, or in your head,
Yes.
you hear, amusing, but what's your next move?
So where did we bury these artifacts at?
This old man smoking a pipe. He shakes his head. He's like, I know not what you speak of. But he says, he says there's nothing buried as, but there's that. And he points down, which would be on the opposite side of this hill that you guys have now climbed. So way down, but it's big enough to see that it looks like on a big log frame, you could see hanging from it appears to be a massive crescent-shaped gong. He says, that's the only relic around here.
Is it like giant sized?
Well, it's a gong,
Uh-huh.
a crescent-shaped gong on a log frame. So it's quite a big gong, even. But
I wanna achoo.
and you hear your voice. He tells you the truth.
Huh?
You hear a voice in your head. He tells you the truth. It's the only relic in this place.
I'm gonna cough and sneeze, and as I do stuff, I'll turn my head and cover my face, and in which case I'll turn around I'll do that kind
You
of
see
thing,
everyone kind of looking at you, blinking.
and stir silence, and I'll be like, "What do you think? Do you hear anything in your head?"
No. Don't hear anything. But the gong looks pretty obvious.
All right.
Is it just Nicodemus that hears this?
The voice in the head, I'm assuming. All right.
Yep.
So, how many old guys went with us?
Oh shit! Looks like there's coming up. There's about 20 people and then about 10 kids. But
They're all coming,
coming up in a
basically.
procession, yeah. Like they're not all there, but they're coming. Some are moving slower.
Think fast.
Didn't I tell you all to go wait at the front of the cave for your fellow tribesmen to come back with booty? Go, everyone, go back there.
You
Except
can
for
see
you
that
old
there's like clay bowls with like food offerings, some baskets of some food offerings, and little knickknacks of hand carved things and woven things.
This
braided.
is a dragon stand.
Well, I said before I could probably scream and bring the roof down.
Mm-hmm.
So far,
Yeah, but we we still kind of need them to tell us where the artifacts are, right?
We know where it is.
You make a good
All right,
likeness
Brendan.
of worm blood,
Sure.
it says to you, Nicodemus.
Make a good what?
You've created a very good likeness of worm blood.
If I were you, I'd say that statue's talking.
All right.
Says it's a statue.
All right. Everybody out. I got stuff to do. Everybody out, out, out. And I start banging with my axe to the ground like I'm chasing everybody out. Go, I said, go. I want to run all the people out.
Okay. They do.
All right, so we can stop this. And when they're gone, I'm like, okay. All right. I'm hearing somebody in my head, and they're saying crazy shit. Also, they're telling me that it's true. That's the only relic here is that thing. So how do we get that thing out of there and get the out now? How do we get that out? How do we get that out? I got us in here. You all are the idea men. How do we get that out? While something's
Emerging.
talking in my head.
Emerging from the altar is,
I said it was a statue.
Yeah.
well, either way, I think it is an altar with the statue. As you're talking, suddenly emerges from it a large feather-covered serpent with large wings of pure white as the snow and the ice. It has a few flecks of black here and there, but not many. Just, and it flies out of this altar, and it makes a fast loop around all of you, and it flies about 10 feet off the ground, and it kind of coils its body and hovers with its wings, and you guys see a quattle.
A what? A quaffle?
Yes.
Quaddle? Okay, fellas. Okay. They're
A Quetzalcoatl?
Quetzalcoatl.
I think that's how you pronounce that god's name.
Well, the god, but this is a quattle, the D&D creature, not
Okay.
With an F? Is that a quaffle with an F?
no, like
It's
TL.
Quatl,
Yeah,
Quaffle.
a T and an L.
like the last part of the name Quetzalcoatl.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that Aztec name wrong.
Okay, but who's an Aztec around here? Sure.
The closest
I meant real life, not D&D.
would
Uh-huh.
be Arl.
Yeah, he's at least jungle based, right?
Yep.
Not that the Aztecs were jungle either.
Question. Have the barbarians noticed their god springing to life?
I ran them out of the room. I ran them all out.
Yeah, they ran down the hill. Do you know what?
So, are you the one talking in my head there?
I am. And you hear it in all of your heads.
Okay.
Ooh, this just got difficult.
COUATL or something like that?
Yeah. So,
COUATL.
you know I'm not the chieftain.
I know now.
Has he?
When I first saw you enter the cavern, I thought he had arrived home. But
Oh. Well,
once you
I
got
am.
closer, and I was able to, well,
I'll
get
drop
your
the
head a
illusion.
little.
I'll drop the illusion.
Okay.
Let me see here. Did I cast a first level spell? Let me just check. So, I mean, are you their god or something?
They worship me as such.
Okay.
I'm
well,
bound
you
to
know
this place. I'm bound to this altar.
Okay.
But
You can tell I mean your people, your worshippers, no harm. Or else we could have, I'd start taking the fake rope off and be like, yeah, see, we could have caused some damage if we had so wanted. But we did not.
he says it's only as of recent, for the past few years, that they've fallen under the sway of Wormblood, that black-hearted savage.
Oh, well, so you would be happy to have the people
I would.
well, he won't be bothering them anymore. He
Is it true?
assaulted us. We worked together to
All I
open.
know is he's away looking for his concubine.
I thought it
Oh, that's who it was.
Yeah,
Well, he didn't find her. He told her it was his daughter.
Well, he wasn't a liar.
okay.
His daughter was his concubine. Oh my god.
Okay. Well, that's how it is in his family. That's okay.
No wonder
Anyway.
she ran away.
He attacked us in the giant's temple. After we worked together to open doors, he attacked us anyway. And in defense of ourselves, we happened to kill him and, his...
We didn't find his daughter.
Never found hide nor hair of her. But we, in order to bring peace between the giants and the little people, have been tasked by the Oracle to bring back relics of the giants that the Uthgar barbarians have stolen. So we kind of need that. And I point at the crescent moon on the log gong. If that is actually a giant relic that you know of.
This thing's not being aggressive towards my party, is it?
Pardon me?
Yeah.
Is talking aggressive?
No, I
Could be.
Well, that's what Garl is.
No, you don't get a sense of.
Okay.
He says, I see you have his axe. I'm supposed to even see that you have, like, his amulet.
Hey, look at here. And I'll hold up the horn, the white dragon horn that I got.
And okay, here you guys are, revealing yourself to be not their leader.
Yeah.
Atop this spirit mound, where there's like this altar inside of this cavern.
Talking to their spirit.
Some of the warriors are kind of people like, hey, look what's going on. And you're talking to this thing. And you say, look, we killed their leader. He was kind of a jerk. And the thing says, I couldn't agree with you more. You have brought favor to the people that I am supposed to protect.
Ah.
And you see its serpentine head reaches down, plucks a feather from its body. And it spits a feather out, and it does the Forrest Gump drifting through the air. and it grazes by and it touches you, Nicodemus. And
In
you're
a good
song
way or
by
a bad way?
in a good way.
Uh,
It tickles
And
your nose and makes you
just-
sneeze.
And it just by and it gets Gobble and Warville and so on and so forth till it touches each one of your companions.
Does it
It
notice?
says you are free to take the gong. I care not. You have done a good thing by wiping warm blood off of this planet. Now this tribe can heal and get back to its spiritual ways. Sorry, girl?
I was going to ask if it saw Garl.
Yeah.
Garl was stealthing
Oh, yeah.
and had the non-detection.
Well, with the telepathy, though, I don't know, because telepathy 120 feet, that
Well,
it just...
he could telepathy. He could. I would definitely say he could talk to me or talk with that. All it does is hide me from scrying devices, true sight, anything that's divination magic.
Yeah.
If he sees me, it's not a big problem. It's just that
I'd say it's a telepathy, yeah, because he's not scrying. It's the telepathy. He
Yeah.
knows your mind is there. He just...
I'm
not...
perfectly cool. Cool. I
If
just
it was like mind shielding, then it would have been opposite.
no. I was just it's so I know how to
Yeah.
play kind of play.
I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it's...
No, you're DM. You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
But no, just because he's thinking now, with this thing kind of seeing, knowing where he's basically at. Damn, that spell didn't work, right? Is what he's seeing. This is like the first time that he's used it, that something has seen through it. Is what I'm getting at. So I know how to
powerful creature.
how to play through it for the character for character builds later on, whether or not he's going to use it.
Oh, yeah. And actually, do you know what? It blows a feather at each of you.
Okay. What is
You
that
guys
do?
now have, and it emerges back into the totem, and your mind goes silent. But each of you guys have the feather. It
Cool.
is a totem of restoration out of the Dungeon Master's Guide. It basically 6 charges. You can greater restoration is 4 charges, lesser restoration is 2 charges
Cool.
on yourself. The feather's just symbolic. You don't have to necessarily say I have a feather or I've lost my feather. It's just
So we
out
got
of the...
restoration.
Yeah.
Donald's gonna put the feather in his bag of holding.
Yeah, it's... You guys have a charm of restoration for killing worm blood.
Sweetness.
Is it a one-time use? That's it. One greater
I
restoration.
said basically it's 6 charges.
Oh, okay.
Restoration is 4 charges. Lesser restoration is 2 charges.
Huh?
And you all have it.
That's great.
Killing worm blood was a good thing. This is a coatl, lawful good creature. And worm blood wasn't lawful good.
So if we come in here just like killing people right and left, probably would have worked out a little differently.
Yes.
No, you guys came in like the way to get the reward. You came in with proof of killing Wormblood, and as soon as you came in and you're not actually Wormblood, it knows it could get in your head, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then you're like, well, we already killed him. Because it's even like, because this, like I said, this venture is written kind of weird. It's written from the fact if you guys had like stumbled your way in here before doing it this way,
Meh.
if you guys just by fluke on the map ended up here, it says to you guys, hey, if you kill Wormblood for me, it'd be a big favor.
Well,
But if you come in here having already killed him, it's like, huh.
let's take the dong down and we'll ride it out like a sled.
Yeah.
The people kind of leave you to your own accord. Kids are still kind of running around and stuff like that. It's kind of, like I said, not freezing cold. It's comfortable in here because you can see there's geothermic steam and stuff. They're sheltered from the elements quite well in this cavern, and it's huge enough to, like, for lots of people to live here. So like I said, it's non-combatants. There's a few injured people. There's pretty much only like 4 people of fighting age. They leave you to their own accord. You can hear them, a lot of them talk in their own language. Of course, a lot of them are talking about you, but they don't pester you guys or really anything. Even when you guys approach the Gog at the back of the cave on the far side of the triangular shaped edifice there.
Great sweetness then.
I feel like we should do something for these people, though. I don't know what, but like
We just did.
free them
Heal
of
some of the
Wormblood.
injured then? Wait, we can't use spells, they don't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we just freed them from a harsh.
Not only did we kill Wormblood, though, but we killed like most of their warriors.
What, leave them some food?
Yeah.
This altar, this winged creature is here to protect them. Garl will say.
Do you think they'd like music?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Might be able to play them a few songs.
Sing the one about us taking out Wormblood in the tribe.
Maybe not.
That might be a bit fresh.
Or you could sing about us beating down the giants at Brunshander.
Yeah, that'll work.
Ah, yeah, if they don't like giants, that'll be a good idea.
Yeah. I took out Troopy. Make sure you.
Yes, I know. You took out Droofy. We heard every time.
Hey, it's a frost giant queen. That's a big deal. How many frost giant queens have you killed?
Not many, but we were all there, we all saw it. Anyway, is that what I'm singing?
It's up to you. You're the boss.
Yep, I'll sing that. They don't like giants. I think they like frost giants even less, but
Yeah.
they probably see them a lot more
I
often.
just sent the photo. I think it's of the coatl. Should
Ah.
be, anyways.
Oh yeah.
If you would like to make roll your charisma and your proficiency bonus. Roll a
And I'll
die
play-
20
And I'll play accompaniment to give you advantage.
with
my-
advantage.
with my
So
pipe.
roll a die 20, take the best, choose the highest, and then add your charisma plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, hang on a minute.
And this is like a musical instrument check, pretty much. Performance check, kind of.
Help. Help action. Look at that performance as well. I'll give her advantage.
Okay, that is 24.
Oh, yeah. The reverberant qualities of the cave itself give a very unearthly quality to it that is
It's the best acoustics I ever had.
yeah, like it's the point where when you're done there, everyone is just silent afterwards because of just
Did it bring down the house?
not literally.
Oh, thank goodness.
You know,
We got those ice stalactites there.
Yeah. No, it didn't. It certainly did like reverberate and resonate, and you just heard undertones and things that
like it was a good Canadian. I forgot what they're called. Amplifier.
oh, Garnet amplifier. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. No, that's very accurate because there's something in the undertone that I can that amp doesn't puke. Like I can turn literally dime it, right? Everything to 10. I don't got to worry about
11?
I don't got to worry
Does
about
it go to
volume
11?
because it doesn't have to. I have like a thing called a power soak. It goes between the amplifier and the speaker. So the power soak will, because a 100-watt tube amplifier is fucking like ridiculous loud. Like literally, it's what they used to play stadiums with, right? Like, they're ridiculous loud. And what the power soak does is it's kind of like a transmission. But it blows off the excess power into just heat. And in fact, if you're putting too much into it, it'll turn on a fan, which of course sucks up even more of the electricity. So it controls, so although the amp is on max, you can control how much sound is actually coming, how much power is actually going to the speaker. And the rest is just, so you can have 10% of the power going to the speaker and 90% is just blowing off into heat. So I use that, but I just dime it. You turn everything to 10, and then you take like, even like a fuzz pedal, crank it up to 10, put it through there. You can play a chord. You can still hear that third. Like you can still hear if it's a minor third or a major third. It's amazing at how articulate the amplifier is. Most amps, as soon as you like put everything on 10, then let alone you want to put a distortion pedal on 10 through them, they just go. And I'm not even joking, right? Like it just turns into like you don't hear nothing. And this amp, it's still like the chord is still there. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I've never seen an amp that does it ever. Anyways, oh, stop that. I love guitar amps and guitars. And then a massive gong. You could see held up by two heavy twine ropes. Looks like that they were like handmade in the summertime by tall mountain grass, hand twisted into thick ropes.
All right. Carl will say, lift me up there. I'll cut the hemp.
Okay. You know, it would have been great if we had Harshnag. I got nothing.
For what?
How to get this out of here to the thing? Actually, I do. It's huge, right?
I might be able to give you a dimension.
Say if I were huge, say I were the size of a frost giant, could I just reach up and just like rip it off and carry it to the airship?
Garl made the suggestion to use it as a sled.
Drag it to the airship, maybe.
Ride
Yeah.
it to the airship.
Get on it. If I were huge, like a giant.
I don't know. I'm looking at-
250 pounds.
Oh, I could carry that if I were huge.
Okay. On closer appearance, you can see how like it's crescent shaped. On the inner shape of the crescent, you can see how it appears to be broken metal. When you look at it closer, it actually looks like it was a giant-sized shield, but it was broken, and there's just the crescent shape left. So it's a 250 pound. It looks like that this. It's probably like 8-10 feet, tip to tip, and 250 pounds. And it does, like when you look at it closer inspection, yeah, it looks like it was a shield at one point in its lifetime. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A shield that was broken in combat at some time,
And turned
hanging
into
up in a
gong.
log frame like a gong. But if you guys want to cut it down, it's not that hard to cut it down. Is that what you guys want to do? What do you want to do?
Oh, we got to get it down anyways from where it's
Yeah.
tight. Yeah, we'll cut it down and let it kind of fall and gong.
It was 250. A few of us could probably do it
Mhm.
without going huge.
So, explain to me how you guys are doing this.
So we're not using the sled option?
Well, first,
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
first to get it down, someone's going to have to lift my little 3-foot butt up so I can cut through the hemp. That is,
It is easy for someone to hold you up.
A couple of us.
And you could reach it too.
you know,
And it's also not hard to climb at all, like even the log frame. So if you're gonna get boosted up or hoisted up or whatever, you could easily do it. Even cutting the ropes isn't difficult.
okay.
It says right here, the adventure, 2 slashes of a sword. So you can easily cut it down. Warvel and Gobbo will kind of help to kind of guide it so it doesn't just fucking fall wildly and smash into someone. It is 250 pounds.
Yeah.
And that's it. And they'll help lower it down to the ground. And people are looking, but they're not really overly concerned about anything. I mean, the Quaddle made an appearance and told you guys you could take it, so.
That's their god. They're okay with that.
Yeah.
Their god has spoken.
Let's boogie board.
Well, good luck on something this heavy.
It's easy to drag. It's metal, 250 pounds on ice. It's easy. Hell, you can probably just give
Oh,
it one push, he'll go ahead of you. Like a curling stone. And you guys are just gonna leave and that's it?
I'll
Take it
bring you
right back to
Vasco
the boat?
because it's getting a bit late.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, unless the party wants to do something with the tribe outside of the pleasant tunes that Silence played for them. I'd
I
say,
do have to ask, are we only going for one artifact to bring back or a few more?
They said there was more than one, right?
well,
Yeah,
there's
they said bring
You guys
back at
have
least
a
one.
map. Yeah, and they said the more relics you bring back, the more options you'll have.
Yeah.
So let's assume you guys just haul it back to the ship and are loading it up. Load it up or are loading it up as you guys are talking about this.
all
Yeah.
right.
Let's leave those poor people to their own thing unless you have something else to do with them. Because you guys do have a map of other burial mounds. I guess that's the thing that you guys could think about over the week is, do you guys want to go back with one relic or do you guys want to bother getting more? And that's pretty much it. But you won't even have to give me an answer until like next week. We can kind of talk about it and think about it
All right.
but that's pretty much, we'll just leave it there, and that'll be, you guys load up the whatever, and then you'll either go straight back or go look for more relics.
Sounds like a winner.
Think about it over the week and decide what you want to do. Any
Sounds good to me.
questions?
No.
Is this are these magic items, these relics?
I don't know. I didn't cast detect magic or anything on it, so I didn't look at it. I didn't do, and when I asked 1,000 times, is anyone doing anything? I didn't hear anything, so we don't know yet because no one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we don't know that yet.
We don't know. We're just taking it there.
Time to get back to the warm ship.
Yeah, like the silly time to ask,
Sorry, I'm tired.
right?
Do it next
Isn't
week.
that a silly time to
Yeah.
ask? Maybe
Yep.
when I'm like saying, so what did someone do? What are you doing? Right? Not when I'm saying, okay, we're done and we'll see you guys next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm tired and I'm not thinking about stuff.
I know.
But I'll see you next week.
Yeah, we
But
still
yeah.
love you. We
Yeah,
still
just-
love you, Ryan.
You can,
Stay
you can
safe, man.
I know, I'm teasing you, Ryan. I'm just saying, this is stuff to think about for next week.
Yep.
This is questions to ask for next week. Next week, putting
Yes.
puzzles into place, right? So
Yes, indeed.
what do you guys think you might want to do?
I'd say go for more
Keep looking or
artifacts.
go back? You want to keep
I
looking,
kinda wanna
Silence?
I kind of want to find more items. That'd be good.
Oh, what happened
Interesting.
to Mikey?
He's
Yeah, well, my
probably,
word
probably
is
getting ready to cook vittles.
find more artifacts. So it's getting a bit late, so I'll say goodbye now.
Yeah, have a
All right,
good one.
bye,
there,
Kath.
Yeah.
Have a good
Have a
week.
good week. Stay safe, stay alive, stay
yeah.
keen, stay
Jack.
healthy.
Yes,
yeah.
the same.
Can't wait
back.
till
Same for
next
me.
time.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
Is
But
that-
I think we
bye.
should-
What'd you say, Ryan?
Bye.
Is that right?
I'm gonna head off as well, but I think we should find more artifacts.
Cool.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I said, think about it and that's cool. We had viewers.